Christina, Universe Citizen presents In the Beginning. October 19, 2023. Naming it the Synergetics Book of Knowledge. We can read in the Synergetics Book of Knowledge that there could never have been a time when the coexisting interorderliness of the proton and the neutron was not an integrity. The generalized content gives to our humanities omni-coexisting potential awareness of consciousness evolutions, omnirational metaphysical generalized conceptioning fields of thought, the reliable conceptual modelability for our individually inspired cogitations. It is to which the geometry of thinking refers, anticipatory, positive and negative, actions, reactions, resultants, to universes, minimum structural energy event, positive and negative, of the many always and only coexisting complementarities that physics has found. The word complementarity means that we cannot have one phenomenon complemented by less than one other phenomenon. In other words, it completes either of two essential parts, such as one positive, tripartite action-reaction-resultant, and one negative tripartite action-reaction-resultant, 2-3 vector teams. We can see and conceptualize the model's illustration of this phenomenon shown in Synergetics Figure 9.25.23. Once apprised of it, metaphysical mind's geometry of thinking may recall the description to conceptualize the model during any aspect of cogitating which potentially can become more reliable, especially in respect to equilibrium. This is because the minimum structural system illustrated in Synergetics Figure 925.23 not only is a tetrahedron, it relates to the conceptuality of the vector equilibrium as an empty set tetrahedron. So, these seemingly unrelated geometrical topological patterns which have been made known to a mind's metaphysical generalized conceptioning fields of thought can become relevant to intellect's metaphysical physical universes, cognizance of equanimity. Potential seems to be essential to life support on Earth when anticipatory design science realities are projected by the human mind's consciousness evolution. Such omnirational projection apparently is integral by design to our individually cosmically correlating curiosity. To make matters of our deepest concern more interesting, intellect learns that the word complementary and the word relativity do not identify identical physical phenomena, as the ponderable metaphysical universe does embrace both complementarity and relativity. In other words, every fundamental behavioral patterning, as explained in R. Buckminster Fuller's book Brain and Mind, pages 12 and 13 from 1971, always and only coexist with a complementarity, not a mirror-imaged patterning. Furthermore, whatever humans sense as reality with our five senses would be cancelled out if there were no coexisting complementarity interpatterning that in principle are non-simultaneous and dissimilar. But to evolve our omni-coexisting humanity's metaphysical propensities and physical incarnation As a function of omnidirectional, omnirational, omnimotion, omnicoherent universe, there must be the cosmic to local design of us in principle, integral to tuning into the truth and love of the eternal, omniscient mind's universe. R. Buckminster Fuller's Synergetics Dictionary lists many words starting with the prefix omni. The Standard Dictionaries list some words with the prefix omni. Omni literally means all of all things in all ways or places, such as omnipresent, omnibus, omnicompetent, omnidirectional. The term omni, according to Oxford University Press Dictionary and Thesaurus, comes from Latin omnis, all. As I develop my awareness that specifically derives from personal observations of the world I have lived in from birth, with its vast range of momentarily personalized, variously disseminated types of information and disinformation, this now includes the accuracies of synergetic. Therefore, I feel confident to use as many omni words that I come across from R. Buckminster Fuller's obviously advanced genius that has been too long ignored by almost every form of the universal communications media. Such educating ignorance tends more deeply to immerse our humanity's innate and integral intelligence in histories of the reenacting articulations that we seem forever to be plagued by, to our utter devastations and illogically demanding investments of our time on Earth in this relatively short span of it from birth. Omnisymmetry, as an example from Synergetics 2:11, both equates and accommodates Heisenberg's indeterminism of mensuration. The mensuration is inherent in the omnisymmetry of wavilinear physical pulsations. This means, in respect to the only metaphysical, parenthetically unattainable, physically, waveless exactitude of absolute equilibrium. To the vastly inaccurate but nevertheless overwhelming influences to the points of utter destruction is of the PRJWBCHM, politics, religion, justice, war, belief complex's hierarchical matrix. It is not from omni-comprehensive universe. Indeterminism and uncertainty apparently are synonymous in this omni-rationally conceptualized context. To the lay perspective and curiosity, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle seemingly is inexplicable, of no relevant value, and concern to the problems our humanity is confronted by in vast ranges of historical events. But now, the concept can and must be generalized to the energy events of universe in principle, words outside the inculcating, indoctrinating educations of our humanity on Earth tend to be confusing, especially since most humans have no idea about higher mathematical symbols and the language that physicists use to explain cosmic and terrestrial events in principle. Fortunately, R. Buckminster Fuller's geometric models, as a result of his explorations and eventual discovery of nature's coordinate system, simplify the conceptual process. This, too, is manifold, but nevertheless clarifies the difference between metaphysical, which is conceptual, independent of size, and also the physical graphics that we can see in Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia on the internet, while searching for uncertainty principle and indeterminism. Indeterminism is the idea that events, or certain events, or events of certain types are not caused, or are not caused deterministically, But events in synergetics are differentiated, which helps metaphysical intellect and physical brain coordinate thought and language referential to the coordinate system of nature. Is the EISEDP. We have human events, amongst which experiences, intuition, speculations, experiments, discoveries, productions. The succession is of a self-regenerating, irreversible, non-identically repetitive process compared to universe's eternally conserved energy events, patterning integrity relative to the systemic thought process. To be continued in the beginning 22. Reference. Physicist R. W. Gray's server provides our internet access to R. Buckminster Fuller's Synergetics, which I now call the Synergetics Book of Knowledge. Synergetics Table of Contents. Synergetics 211. The omni-symmetry of wavilinear physical pulsations. Synergetics 311.15. Sublime 0 equals 0 equation of absolute perfection. Synergetics 321.03. The proton and neutron always and only coexist. Synergetics 326. Universe is metaphysical and physical. Synergetics 502.22 EISEDP. Synergetics figure 935.23. Proton and neutron 3 vector teams. Vector flexor foldiform, the jitterbug. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Compare. RBF's indeterminism omnisymmetry in Wikipedia. Contact Christina Universe Citizen at gmail.com. Thank you.